Hey there, Algebra 2. Welcome back again. Today we've got another lesson on simple probability. You'll notice here there's not really a correlation to our textbook. This is just kind of a refresher on probability. You probably know this already, but we're going to go through it just in case maybe you've forgotten or maybe you didn't know. I don't know. So it should be pretty simple for most of us, but if it's not, that's okay. Ask your questions. I'll try to go through it pretty basically, and that way we can all understand. Okay, so right here we've got the essential question, or our objective, our goal here. Do you understand simple or basic probability? We are going to review simple or basic probability. So here's kind of the idea that always introduces us into probability. What are the chances that a six-sided die will fall on the number 4? So what we do, the way that we calculate probability or set up a probability problem is we put on the top the number of outcomes that satisfy the constraint, and then underneath that in a fraction we're going to put the total number of possible outcomes. So that's a lot of words to say just a couple of things, okay? What are the chances, or what are you looking for? You're looking for it to land on the number 4. That's the number that you want it to land on. So if you want it to land on number 4, there's only one 4 on a single die. So it's only one chance for it to land on 4. Then the total number of possible outcomes, well, it tells us it is a six-sided die, so there's 6 sides. There's only one side with 4, and there's 6 total sides. So our fraction would be 1 over 6. Okay, so what about the question, if it lands, what's the probability of it landing on an even number? Well, how many even numbers come between 1 and 6? Okay, we've got 2, 4, and 6. So there's 3. There's still 6 sides on the die. So we should have 3 numbers. Those are the 3 outcomes that satisfy the constraint. And then the total number of possible outcomes, there's still 6 sides, so it's 3 over 6. Or if you reduce that, it would be 1/2, or 50%. There's a 50% chance, there's a 50% probability that would come true. And then we look at 1, 2, or 3. So what are the chances that you would get a 1, 2, or 3 if you rolled a die? Theoretically, obviously this is not necessarily always true, but theoretically, what's the possibility here? And that would be 3 out of 6, or 1/2 again. Okay? Let's see. So we're going to do it a little bit differently. Let's see, what are the chances that this spinner, if you had a spinner here and you spun it, kind of like in a few different games, maybe like Twister or the Game of Life, if you've ever played those board games, you spin it, what are the chances that it's going to fall on a 10? Okay? How many 10s are there on this spinner? There's only one 10, okay? It's only one 10. So it should be 1 out of 10 possible options, all right? 1 out of 10. What about if the possibility or the probability that it will land on an odd number? So that how many odd numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So we've got 5 odd numbers out of a possible 10. So there's 5 possible, but 10, all of the options, there's 10 options, so 5 out of 10, or 1/2. Alright, what about again 1, 2, or 3? So these 3 right here, the lowest numbers. If you're playing a game, you probably want to get something between 10 and 5, but what are the chances that you would get 1 through 3? Alright? What are the chances? What's the probability? Okay, so we again put our constraint, number of outcomes that meet our constraint here. So it would be 3 possible out of 10 overall. 10 overall. So 3 over 10. So that's simple probability. Hopefully that gives your mind a little bit of a refresher, and as we jump into tomorrow's lesson, which is next level probability, and probability is such a deep discussion, you could go on, and probably you'll dive into this a little bit more in pre-calculus and calculus. So there should be some more probability as you get into it, talking about coin flipping and weighted coins and all kinds of different things that you can talk about, free throw opportunities, free throw percentages, and just so many cool ideas as we talk about statistics and probability that hopefully you get to learn more about. Okay, so that's it for today. Again, a short video. Hopefully it refreshed your memory. You guys be blessed.